On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Grumpy.
Easily annoyed or irritable, inclined to complain or show dissatisfaction, often in an ill-tempered way.
Examples:
Grumpy cat. Grumpy mood. The grumpy older man snapped at the children for playing too loudly.
Pessimism.
A tendency to see the worst in things and anticipate adverse outcomes. A belief that the world is generally bad or that something will go wrong more often than it will go right.
Examples:
Deep pessimism. Sense of pessimism. The CEO's constant pessimism about the company's future affected employee morale.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Oasis.
A fertile land in a desert or semi-desert environment where there is water and therefore plants and trees, and sometimes a village or town.
Examples:
Tropical oasis. Oasis farming. The oasis supplied water for early farms until the modern age.
Liberal.
Willing to respect or allow many different types of beliefs or behavior, open-minded.
Examples:
A liberal arts college. Under liberal conditions. He is liberal in his thoughts.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.
Reshape.
To change the form or structure of something.
Examples:
Reshape education policy. Reshape my thoughts. The advent of the Internet completely reshaped the manufacturing industry.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice. Authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, To complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Idealist.
A person who is guided by ideals or principles rather than practical considerations or reality. A person who seeks to achieve a particular vision or goal for the betterment of society or humanity.
Examples:
Idealist at heart. An idealist perspective. As a dedicated idealist, she always fought for what was right, no matter the cost.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Reform.
The act of improving or correcting something wrong or bad. Verb, to make a change in something to correct a flaw or improve it.
Examples:
Economic reform. Reform movement. The government is proposing a reform to the healthcare system to make it more accessible and affordable for all citizens.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Dictator.
A political leader who has complete power over a country, especially one who has obtained control by force.
Examples:
Military dictator. A dictator with enormous powers. A popular uprising led to the overthrow of the dictator.
Crumble.
To break or fall apart into small pieces or fragments, especially due to age, decay, or lack of support.
Examples:
Crumble to dust. Began to crumble under financial pressure. The old building was starting to crumble due to years of neglect and lack of maintenance.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples.
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Repress.
To restrain or control by force, to suppress feelings or memories.
Examples.
Cannot repress laughter. Repress gene expression. He repressed the memories of his traumatic childhood.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples.
Easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Impede.
To obstruct or block someone or something, to slow down or prevent progress.
Examples.
Impede a close relationship. Impede development. The traffic jam impeded our progress to reach the destination on time.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples.
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples.
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples.
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Missile.
A weapon, such as a rocket or guided projectile, that is self-propelled and directed by remote control or by an internal guidance mechanism.
Examples.
Missile defense. Cruise missile attack. The military launched a ballistic missile at the enemy's stronghold.
Underlying.
Significant as a cause or basis of something, but not immediately apparent or stated clearly.
Examples.
An underlying motive. An underlying cause of an accident. The underlying principle of every business was identical.
Logistics.
The detailed organization and implementation of a complicated operation or task, often involving the movement of people, equipment, materials, or supplies.
Examples.
Logistics company. Logistics management. The event's success depended on the careful logistics of scheduling and transportation.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position, a public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Economics.
The branch of social science that deals with the production, consumption, and transfer of goods and services.
Examples:
Welfare economics. Economics professor. His class will cover an introduction to agricultural economics.
Utopian.
Ideal and perfect, relating to or resembling a utopia, equals an ideal and perfect society.
Examples:
Utopian society. Utopian goal. He had a utopian vision of a world without war.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Inevitably.
In a manner that cannot be avoided or prevented.
Examples:
Inevitably decline with age. Inevitably reach the consumer. Because of his excellent performance, he will inevitably be promoted.
Rebel.
Someone who resists or opposes authority or control, especially by fighting against it.
Examples:
Rebel uprising. Group of rebels. The rebels fought against the government for their independence.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Connectivity.
The state or quality of being connected or interconnected, the ability of devices, systems, or networks to communicate with and exchange information with each other.
Examples:
Digital connectivity. Global connectivity. The hotel offers high-speed internet connectivity for all its guests.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device, tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus, Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic, a demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Liberalism.
A political ideology or philosophy that emphasizes individual freedom, democracy, and equality.
Examples:
Classical liberalism, economic liberalism. His political views are rooted in neoliberalism.
Bomb.
A weapon that explodes and is used to kill or injure people or to cause damage to something.
Examples:
Atomic bombs, disarm the bomb. The use of cluster bombs is strictly prohibited by international law.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Rarely.
Not happening often, infrequently, seldom.
Examples:
Rarely seen, rarely used. I rarely eat fast food because I prefer healthy options.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Avert.
To prevent something dangerous or undesirable from happening.
Examples:
Avert disaster. Avert a strike. The dam systematically releases large amounts of water to avert flooding during the rainy season.
Genocide.
The intentional killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation.
Examples:
Genocide victims. Genocide resolution. The international community condemned the genocide in the country.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Hatred.
Intense dislike or hatred towards someone or something, often based on differences in beliefs, values, or identity.
Examples:
Hatred towards immigrants. Deep-seated hatred. The politician's speech was full of hatred toward immigrants.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Mast.
A long pole aboard a boat or ship that holds up the sails.
Examples:
Mast height. Built-up mast. The main cabin is located in front of the mast.
Cyberspace.
The electronic space where computer-mediated communication and interactions occur, often used to refer to the Internet or virtual reality environments.
Examples:
Cyberspace security. Virtual cyberspace. Hackers are constantly trying to exploit vulnerabilities in cyberspace for their gain.
Propaganda.
Information, ideas, or claims spread to influence public opinion or promote a particular cause or ideology.
Examples:
Propaganda campaign. Self-serving propaganda. The government used propaganda pictures to spread its message of national unity.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Spin.
To cause something to rotate rapidly, to cause someone to feel dizzy or disoriented.
Examples:
Spin a top. Spin thread out of cotton. The tornado is spinning across the countryside, destroying everything in its path.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Ideological.
Relating to or concerned with ideas and theories rather than practical matters.
Examples:
Ideological divide. Ideological differences. The book presents an ideological perspective on the role of government in society.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences, able to feel or perceive others' feelings, susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples:
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Engaging.
Attracting, pleasant, or charming.
Examples:
Engaging story. An engaging smile. She was disbarred for her engaging in fraud.
Censorship.
The act or process of suppression or restriction of any portions of books, films, news, etc. that are judged obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security.
Examples:
Clear censorship by the Education Ministry. Form of censorship. Newspapers were subjected to censorship a few days later.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Ban.
To officially or legally forbid or refuse to allow something.
Examples:
Ban gender-related job discrimination. Ban any type of cloning. We should ban mildly violent video games from a child's development perspective.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Embolden.
To give courage or confidence to someone, to make someone feel brave or empowered, to strengthen or reinforce a position or belief.
Examples:
Embolden the opposition. Embolden a country's leadership. She was emboldened by her success and decided to take on a more significant challenge.
Cat and mouse.
Referring to a situation or activity involving a tricky and elusive pursuit or strategy, where one party is constantly trying to outsmart or evade the other.
Examples:
Cat and mouse game. Tense cat and mouse. The cat and mouse chase between the detective and the criminal kept the audience on the edge of their seats.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Agent.
A person who represents and negotiates on behalf of someone else, such as a literary agent or talent agent, of chemistry and medicine, a substance that brings about a chemical or physical effect, of computer science, a piece of software that performs a task autonomously.
Examples:
Agent system. Antidiarrheal agent. The FBI agent went undercover to infiltrate the criminal organization.
Elude.
To escape or avoid capture or detention.
Examples:
Elude the law. Elude responsibility for the failure. The suspect eluded capture for weeks before being caught by the police.
Summary.
A brief statement that provides the critical aspects of something without going into depth.
Examples:
A summary execution. A summary of the conclusions. A summary is at the end of a book.
Custody.
The state of being physically responsible for something or someone, especially a child, a state of being confined, usually for a short time.
Examples:
Take a person into custody. Custody arrangement. After a lengthy court battle, the child's custody was granted to the father.
Slang.
Informal or non-standard language that is often used within a specific group or culture and may not be considered appropriate in a professional or formal context.
Examples:
Slang phrases. Internet slang. A lot of slang words and phrases were popularized by hip-hop music.
Inmate.
A person who is confined to an institution, such as a prison, hospital, or mental health facility.
Examples:
Inmate population. Inmate rights. The prison implemented a new educational program for inmates to learn skills and prepare for life after release.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples:
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Purge.
To remove or get rid of something, especially that is unwanted or impure.
Examples:
purge the system, purge his sins. The government tried to purge corrupt officials from the bureaucracy.
Investigator.
A person whose job is to conduct an investigation or inquiry into something, often to gather information or evidence.
Examples:
private investigator, clinical investigator. The forensic investigator collected DNA samples from the crime scene to identify the perpetrator.
Applied.
Of or relating to a subject of study, especially a science, that is used in a practical way.
Examples:
applied research, applied physics. Military technology eventually became the foundation for applied technology that supported people's lives.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
a cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Inspect.
To look at someone or something closely, usually to examine their condition or to detect flaws.
Examples:
inspect a plant. Inspect the enemy's movements. The employee had to wait outside while police inspected the building.
Incident.
An event or occurrence, often unexpected or unplanned, something that happens.
Examples:
traffic incident, security incident. The incident at the airport caused a delay in my flight.
Deliberate.
Done with full consciousness of nature and effects rather than by accident.
Examples:
the deliberate act of provocation. Deliberate attempt. Despite its advanced science and technology, the empire was deliberate about invasion.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Vacuum.
A space empty of matter, a device or tool used for cleaning or removing debris by creating suction.
Examples:
Vacuum cleaner, vacuum packing. Please use the vacuum to clean up the mess on the floor.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Emerging.
Starting to exist, mature, or become well known.
Examples:
Emerging country. Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies have dramatically improved productivity in various industries.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Regime.
The organization, a system, or method that is the governing authority of a political unit.
Examples:
A puppet regime. Exercise regime. Totalitarian regimes are less likely to innovate because they deprive individuals of economic incentives.
Encouraging.
Giving hope, confidence, or support, inspiring.
Examples:
Encouraging approval. Encouraging sign. The test results were encouraging and showed improvement.
Wikipedia.
An online encyclopedia that allows users to contribute and edit articles collaboratively, a vast and frequently updated repository of information on a wide range of topics.
Examples:
Wikipedia entry. Wikipedia article. Not all teachers accept citing Wikipedia as a valid source for academic papers.
Bureaucracy.
A system of government in which most of the important decisions are made by state officials rather than by elected representatives.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Arbitrary bureaucracy. The bumbling bureaucracy made it difficult to get the permits we needed.
Conceal.
To prevent something from being seen, found, observed, or discovered.
Examples:
Conceal my identity. Conceal a close relationship. Despite the intense verbal abuse, she concealed her anger well.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Secondly.
Used to introduce the second point or item in a list or series of statements, considerations, etc.
Examples.
Secondly connected. Secondly, it is important. Firstly, we will discuss the budget. Secondly, we will go over the schedule.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples.
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples.
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government, a course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples.
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples.
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Consult.
To seek or get advice or information from a person, book, or other source having special knowledge on a particular subject.
Examples.
Regularly consult with a doctor. Consult my wallet. Always consult a lawyer before launching a business.
Legitimacy.
The state or quality of being allowed and acceptable under the law. The state or quality of being founded on a reasonable or acceptable reason.
Examples.
Democratic legitimacy. Challenge the legitimacy. I'm going to deny the legitimacy of his claim.
Inviting.
Having an attractive or tempting quality that draws people in, encouraging or alluring in a way that makes people want to take part or participate.
Examples.
Inviting scent. Inviting atmosphere. The inviting aroma of freshly baked bread drew me into the bakery.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Initiative.
The ability to act or make decisions independently and with confidence, a plan or action proposed or taken to address a problem or need.
Examples:
A peace initiative. Take initiative. The teacher's initiative to start a school garden project was met with enthusiasm from the students.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Operational.
Relating to a particular process or series of actions for achieving a result.
Examples:
Introduce operational software. Build operational excellence. The machine should be operational by Friday afternoon.
Activism.
The policy or action of using vigorous campaigning to bring about political or social change.
Examples:
Antitrust activism. Digital activism. Internet activism has been crucial in raising awareness about critical social issues.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Torture.
The act of causing intense pain or suffering to someone to punish them, extract information from them, or for some other reason.
Examples:
A torture chamber. An instrument of torture. The use of torture is strictly prohibited under international law.
Conceptual.
Related to or founded on ideas, principles.
Examples:
Conceptual art. New conceptual framework. He has absolutely no conceptual comprehension of maths.
Pitfall.
A hidden or unsuspected danger or difficulty, a trap or snare.
Examples:
Potential pitfall. Pitfall to be avoided. One of the biggest pitfalls of starting a new business is underestimating the costs.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Cyber.
Relating to or involving computers, computer networks, or virtual reality.
Examples:
Cyberbullying. Cybercrime. Cyber espionage between countries can have serious consequences.
Hedonist.
A person who believes that pleasure and happiness are the most important goals in life.
Examples:
Hedonist lifestyle. Aesthetic hedonist. The hedonist's extravagant spending and indulgent lifestyle eventually caught up with him, and he was forced to make major changes.
Passive.
Characterized by a lack of activity or initiative, not actively participating or engaging in something, marked by a tendency to accept things without resistance or opposition.
Examples:
Passive response. Passive vocabulary. The passive approach taken by the government towards climate change is concerning.
Catalyst.
A person or thing that causes an important event to happen or changes the current situation rapidly. Chemistry, a substance that initiates or accelerates a chemical reaction without being changed itself.
Examples:
A catalyst in the process of hydrolysis. Catalyst for reform. The global financial crisis acted as a catalyst to unite the country.
Opioid.
Substances that have an effect similar to opium, such as morphine, used in medicines to treat severe pain, but some people take them illegally for pleasure and become addicted.
Examples:
An opioid analgesic. Opioid receptor. Treatment for opioid dependence may be a long-term process.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Download.
To transfer data or files from the Internet or computer network to a user's computer or device. Noun. The process of transferring data or information from a remote or central computer to a local computer or device.
Examples:
Download files from the Internet. Download the assignment from the website. I need to download the latest update for my computer's operating system.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
Pornography addiction. Violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Renegade.
A person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, religious group, or set of principles.
Examples:
Renegade group. Renegade soldier. He was a renegade from the organization who decided to expose the truth.
Revolting.
Causing strong disgust or repugnance, obscene, offensive, or morally unappealing.
Examples:
Revolting sight. Revolting behavior. The sight and smell of the rotting garbage were revolting.
Captivity.
The situation in which a person or animal is kept in prison or a space that they cannot escape from.
Examples:
Escape from captivity. Animals in captivity in the zoo. Pandas rarely breed in captivity.
Realistic.
Having or showing a sensible and practical idea that is possible to achieve.
Examples:
A realistic goal. A realistic goal. That story was so realistic, and it was scary.
Greatly.
To an extraordinary extent or degree, very much.
Examples:
Greatly affect the situation. Greatly support that player. They greatly admired our actions.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Broaden.
To make or become wider or more extensive, to make or become more tolerant or liberal.
Examples:
Broaden students' knowledge. Broaden their horizon. The company broadened its product line to include more customer options.
Engagement.
A mutual promise to marry someone, an agreement to do something, especially at a particular time.
Examples:
A prior engagement. Break off an engagement. They selected a gorgeous diamond engagement ring.
Hierarchy.
A system in which people or things are organized into different levels of importance from highest to lowest.
Examples:
Top of the hierarchy. Hierarchy of folders. She has taken a step up in the organizational hierarchy.
Rip.
To tear something or be torn violently or suddenly.
Examples:
Rip a notebook apart. Rip a hole in the roof. During transit, the stuff may rip off the luggage tag.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone. To identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects. Dissident. A person who opposes the policies or actions of a government or other authority, often publicly and openly, a rebel or revolutionary.
Examples:
Dissident activities. Outspoken dissident. The government's security forces constantly monitored the dissident politician.
Shatter.
To break suddenly into many pieces.
Examples:
Shatter the plate. Shatter a world record. Her husband's death shattered her life entirely.